just had to, god dang it, do that, and then I'm just trying to see how it looks, like at its original size.
Yeah, but usually like the yellow road signs are for like warnings or like a hazard.
Yeah, I don't remember any road signs having anything white in it. It's always been black and yellow. Mhm.
Yeah.
Unless the only thing that was white on there was to show that roads is icy and it showed like little white particles, unless I'm mistaken.
No.
Black and white looks worse.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, the green one looks
I didn't
better.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know how it would look.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Cause
say
like,
it looked worse, it just looks off.
yeah.
Yeah, the green is better.
Mhm. So yeah, you can go with the green sign, and you can go with the idea of what Avi said if you want to add like some sort of world image behind it. But
Yeah, just look
we're
at the
already
picture I
putting
posted in the chat.
because like
Discord.
we're already doing a lot with the signs already. So like put as much as you think you can squeeze where it doesn't look like people are looking all over the sign. So
Okay.
and insert where there's going to be excursion because that's my
Just
vote.
have to find like some kind of screenshot from the game. You can add it to the background.
Like, should it be like two bars or just like one?
I was wondering the same thing. I think do 2 bars because I think when you see those welcome signs, it's always with 2 bars. It's when you see one, it's to denote you need to pay attention. I'm not saying that when you have 2 bars, it
I
means
think it
that you're
depends
not
on
paying
how like
attention.
how long the sign is
The
for that
rectangle,
1 bar.
true, but these green stars are usually a
Or
certain
like
length that two
yeah,
bars are necessary. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's fine. Because it'd be weird to say that. Do we need to add 3 bars? No, I've never seen like a welcome sign have 3 bars. It's always 2 bars and never
Yeah.
one. I don't know if we should have a joke and then put down in the population saying population of whatever, but
I mean, there wouldn't be enough space.
true. I
I have
know
to
it's
make
just
the
a little
logo a
joke.
little bit smaller.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's possible. Like, let's make it a little
We don't know
smaller.
how
A little
long,
smaller.
how you think the last word will be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it'll be this long. Like, insert word here long. Because like honestly, let's see.
Probably be as long as the insert and half of the word, whatever the word will be.
Yeah, it's not popping up on there. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let me do that. It'll probably like in between here.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably gonna be as long as insert and half a word.
Yeah, it won't be the whole thing. Like whatever we come up with.
Like I said, my vote is on excursion.
Yeah, because I was thinking like because of like the welcome to like wherever sign. Because I was thinking of like the font to use for like the welcome to, unless you guys don't think the welcome to should be there.
No, the welcome to, because before when you had the welcome to on the yellow sign, I get it, but it was getting cut off. But on here it makes sense because when you see these signs, it's to say you're entering the city or something like that. So it makes sense to have the welcome to. But as for the font, I can't think of anything else to recommend. It looks fine enough for me.
It looks good.
This was a blue sign. Looks off.
Florida has a blue sign.
Yeah, we have blue signs up here in Canada too when we welcome, but ours is a bit not because I would say the blue that we're looking at right now that looks more like a royal blue. Ours is not quite a sky blue; it's in between sky blue and royal blue, whatever that blue is. That's
I think that's like the same we have here.
I
remember correctly. I went to Canada one time.
Yeah.
There
I actually like that kind of greenish tint. That reminds me of something. Okay, yellow. That yellow, whatever tan. That's weird.
Maybe this could work for like a background thing like this. Post it in the chat.
I'm just messing with the hues and stuff like that.
Limit's too big. Let's get this.
Ew, do not do lime. Oh, that bright green actually looks good in its back compared to that default green you had.
So should it be brighter?
Nah, keep the green it was before. It's fine.
That's cool.
Like, the bright green doesn't look that bad, but the green, just that regular green looks perfect, looks a-okay.
It is like the one thing I'd probably just want these poles to look better. Like they don't look like that.
Yeah, they kind of look South Parky, but they're all right
like
to
the
me.
little holes in them. You know how like they have holes in the pole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to even think because, like, when you think of what Mario Kart World is, they're going for the more cartoony look, and there's some realism to the game. So I wonder if adding the holes in it is just putting too much realism. But you can put the holes and see how it looks, I suppose.
Yeah, I see.
It's shiny.
Yeah, that makes it look like Super Mario World. I like it.
I like the
There
pipes.
you go.
I don't really think about it like that. But...
Yeah.
What's
Super
this
Mario
picture
World.
Which one?
for? The one with Luigi in it. That you posted.
Oh yeah,
Is that-
something like that could work for the background for the sign.
Oh, yeah, that's what I had a feeling that screenshot was for.
Yeah. Like something like that, but it needs more to the side of the road. Mike can just take one from like when the game comes out. There's like a photo mode.
I mean, it's like this would be for the thumbnail.
So there would be no necessarily for a background?
Yeah, because like it would basically be like on the side where the banner is.
Yeah. Like I said,
Like,
I had a feeling putting a background would be too much going on, and especially for a banner. Okay, yeah, sure. Fine on that.
Yeah, because let me just like experiment with this here. Because like with the Welcome to font, it's like that's the font that I usually use for like practically everything.
Yeah.
As I was thinking, like maybe like it written in like a fancy font or whatever, but
You can try that, because like I said, you're welcome to experiment, but I actually like it even though I recognize that font that you use for your videos, so it's okay.
Let's do this.
Because we already have a lot of fonts going on there, so changing another font is like, wow, what are we looking at here?
Because I don't want to like use more than 3 fonts, but it's like it's going to hand. So we do that.
We already have one,
It's like
two, three. We already have 4 different fonts so far.
Maybe this.
I guess technically 5.
Eh.
A lot of the fonts.
Maybe this one could work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to, I guess, try that, yeah.
I don't know if you have to pay for that one or not. You can check on Google Fonts or whatever.
Probably Gothic.
Why that's gotta be Gothic?
Well, I know that I think it's Lombardi font. He has one called Blue Highway. That should be a free font that he made.
Okay, so I don't have that one.
Yeah, if you want the realistic highway signs, I guess. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, you made the font
There's
bigger or the
I've
sign
watched
bigger?
about fonts.
What was that?
I guess it was like a YouTube.
Uh,
I guess there was like a YouTube video.
No, I was saying to you, Crazy Dad, did you make the sign bigger or the logo smaller? 'Cause it
I
looks
made the
like you're
logo
using-
smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that looks
I
better.
thought it... I feel like that's
Alright, so
You
a
need to
lot of
move the
space,
logo
but I guess
down
you
just a little
never.
bit.
To me, that looks like a lot of space. But if we're just going by how big the last word is, I guess it doesn't hurt to have that extra space. So
Yeah.
I mean, like the word would be the same size as Thursday
You
night.
can move welcome down a little bit. Like it's. Yeah.
I need to move everything down. Where is it? Oh, never mind. I have to undo everything.
Welcome to
Yeah.
looks a little bit too close to the top.
I have to undo everything. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I have to undo everything. Let's undo everything. Okay, what's this? Those are those. So I'm gonna do that. I move it down. Let's move it down there.
Yeah.
well, that looks too close to me. But
I think you have to make it smaller.
like I basically can't.
We're just gonna play a video in the background.
everyone needs to get paid.
Yeah, but not white video ads. Silent
That was a
video
prank.
ads that keep playing on websites.
Right, hypodermic font stuff, guys.
There you go. When you show
That
your
look-
logo,
that looks good.
you're welcome. The welcome to looked at not so bad so close to before, but yeah, that looks that's just perfect. The welcome looks more welcoming.
I'm just like experimenting with this. Okay, so alright. So what else? You know, we could open this. Okay. So I don't know why the logo's all the way down here.
Yeah, for the logo, you should add like a drop shadow at the bottom, but make sure like the Nymphora part and the Mario Kart logo are all like one image before you do it.
So have it facing down.
Yeah, but make sure the Nymphora and like Mario Kart logo is all one image before you do it.
Oh yeah.
And
it
you'll
is.
get like a drop. Yeah, then you'll get a drop shadow on the on like the world. Yeah. Yeah, like that going down. Yeah. Maybe like 90 degrees going down. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It pops out
Or
more.
like stamp out. Yeah. That's why I added it on the sample I made. I didn't make it as dark on the one I did.
Not to say I don't think it really matters if it's really darker, because I just say like the darker it is, the more it pops out, no matter how much, like how crazy is like shrinking it and enlarging
Yeah, you
it.
just need the drop shadow so it pops more.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna remember any of these settings, but so like here's
Remember
the
how
thing.
it looks.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I have to do that. Like whatever I was testing here. So boom. I basically have to do this. Shrink that's I'll basically have to extend the banner over here a little bit. Then I'll have to do like the whole thing with that.
You can just put it as part of the background over here. Like it should be like at the bottom.
I was wondering that,
The
but
poles don't look like they're cut off.
Oh yeah, it's like all I have to do is just extend it.
Or you can extend them.
There.
You just like copy and paste them.
Yeah, I have to do that anyway because I did shrink. I did shrink this, so
Just copy them. Like duplicate them. Or duplicate them all. Might have to have like 4 of them. 3.
okay. Dude, I freaking hate when that happens.
now seeing this, it makes me wonder: have we ever seen gray pipes in Mario World? I know there's all been sorts of colored pipes, so I don't think there's ever been a gray one.
I could have just stretched it like that.
There were clear pipes.
Yeah, there's been clear pipes, but I don't think there's ever been gray pipes. There's been red, there's been purple, yellow, orange, but I don't think there's ever been gray pipes. There's probably a reason for that.
Maybe in the original Mario Brothers Underground or the Castle, if I recall.
Oh
Yeah, they're
yes,
gray
yes,
pipes
they're
in
gray.
Bowser's
Oh
Castle.
yes,
Yeah, Bowser's
yes,
Castle.
yes. I think that's the only time the pipes have been gray. You're right. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh. Maybe they can bring it back because they seem to be going back into the old catalog when it comes to how Donkey Kong's looking and how they're trying to make all the Mario characters. So maybe gray pipes can come back. And people will say, "Gray pipes? This must be new."
Yeah, but on the sign, you should get rid of the drop shadow. Maybe the sign can have a drop shadow.
Yeah, experiment with that. I don't think it's necessary, but you can try it.
Just
Because
make it
if the
purple.
sign,
This is what I'm
if
gonna
the
have to do.
sign, oh, go ahead.
Do this and open the image, and then I'd like undo all of that just to do this to get the drop shadow off of the logo, and then do that and put that there. Well, because like I did all of this after I put the drop shadow on it. I can't take the drop shadow off of something that I already did.
You
Yeah.
can't just
Hi,
delete by layer.
catfish. Well, I mean, these are the layers.
Uh, what
Like,
is
this
Like
is
the
it
drop
again?
shadows can be attached to the layer, like as an effect. You should have like Photoshop, like a program to use.
What was it say?
This
The
is not Photoshop.
repeating-
But anyway, when
Photoshop.
it's like, so when I put the drop shadow on it, it puts it on like whatever the layer is. It doesn't put it like on a separate layer, like over that layer.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to do. Put it on the layer.
Yeah,
You
this is
should
the
be able
layer.
to temporarily. Yeah, you should be able to temporarily turn it off.
Yeah, I don't have that option.
That sucks.
Hi, Catfish. How you doing?
The drop shot of the AP was saying on the sign. If you're putting it on the sign, would it also go on the bars as well too? There would be a drop shadow for that too.
So if I put the drop shadow on like the sign one, which is basically like everything that's on there, it'll just be the sign
Okay.
like
So you
that.
have to combine all the layers together.
So it's like I don't think it's necessary
that
to
kinda
put
works.
a drop shadow on the sign, so that's why I was just asking if it would be on the bars as well. But I guess you can try it if you can. But
Well,
Yeah, the
it's not-
bars would have to be like on the right drop shadow.
yeah, 'cause I think this drop shadow was the one that was pointed down. Yeah.
Yeah.
actually, I like the shadow. I didn't think it would look like that. It doesn't look that bad. Oh well.
It's like if I did it like this, if I just did it like that, then it'll have it to the
That looks
to the
good.
right.
Yeah, that looks good.
No, I think I liked it more when it was at the bottom though.
You can have both a little bit at the bottom and the right.
Yeah, I think that's what
Well,
I'm
that-
saying. I can't really tell.
I'd have to do two.
Yeah, that's okay. One or the other.
That just make things darker.
You can't just change like the angle.
Not from well, I'd have to redo it
Hmm.
because it's only one shadow.
Yeah.
Because I could. Because let me see. There's what am I doing? Because I'm not saving any of this. So if I do that, which is just basically
you
just
might
copying
want
that.
to
in. I'm not, because I'm making so many changes on this. And
And it's gonna be hard for you to remember, as you
yeah.
said.
You can take a screenshot of all the settings. That works.
Not gonna do.
You could just save it as like a sample image so you don't forget what you did.
I don't know if that looks any better.
You made it
That
dark.
looks good.
I didn't like it dark. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good right there.
Looks like what I did was when I made the shadow, there's an option to just show the shadow,
Oh.
and that's why it's dark like. That's why it's dark like that.
Yeah, that's just weird. Because if you're gonna do that, you might as well just have lights on top of it. The sign. That's like, okay, now we're adding too much. Shadows, bars, lights.
It's not like a billboard. Only billboards have like
Because like what I was kind of thinking, was like with mirror mode or like 200cc or whatever. It's like there would be, let's see, there would be another sign.
Yeah, didn't you mention that sign was like this speed detector that looks one of those like speed radar things?
for mirror mode, you could just be mirrored and everything's backwards.
Or just this. Or that. So basically I have to redo the 200cc stuff. That. So then there'd be like another sign right here. Likely right here.
That will have the addition saying either mirror mode or 200cc.
Well, it's like this one will say, this one will say mirror mode. I'd have to make a specific one for 200cc.
Oh, okay.
But like it had to be it would still have to be small enough to fit right here, and then still have the date down here.
Oh.
Oops.
Or just
Yeah,
put
because
the
we
date
still
on the
don't
date.
know. Yeah, because we still don't know if Mario Kart Worlds have 200 cc's, so that's a wait
I don't
to
know
see.
anything
You
about
know,
like that game. Like that direct was like a nothing. It told us like everything you already knew basically.
pretty much as developers, they should have put that on in the direct, or at least some of
Yeah.
it, because
I didn't
that
like
has
how
to.
kept it on the direct.
Yeah, that had a lot more content. That got me like we're all generally, even if we weren't playing Mario Kart, you know, weekly, we're all excited for it. Outside of us, people complaining about the price, and most of us getting it all digital and all that kind of stuff. But that, as the developers, I think for all of us, just got us more excited for the game. So there's no denying that.
You could have done what they did with like E3 when they had those Ask the Developer interview things. Their direct.
Yeah.
Should have just done that.
That was back when the Wii U wasn't doing really all that well, so I'm not surprised that they did a lot of experimentation when it comes to presenting stuff on the Wii U. They don't have to be that flashy. It's like, and they'll just use stuff and take it as is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head out, guys. It's a few minutes to midnight, so I think we made progress here. Like AB said, Crazy, take a screenshot of your settings or do something to save something, even if you can't save all of this.
Yeah. Take
So
a
you don't have to
screenshot
work,
of this.
or so you don't have
You know
to
what you
work all that hard going through all of this, because
Yeah, so
I
you
think
can
we
remember
made.
your ideas and what you're doing.
Yeah, because I think we made a lot of progress, and it would be not to say wasteful what we've done to help you and use if you're looking for help or feedback or suggestions here. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna head out. Good races, everyone. See you next week for the possible last race we'll ever race for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 200 cc's frenzy mode.
Yep.
So
Yep.
okay.
It's
Till then, guys.
See you later.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
I guess this looks good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Looking.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like I'll make some extra touches and stuff like that. The thing is, like, if we're not gonna put anything extra on the main sign, like something under the logo, like something under the logo, like after population blah 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 whatever. Then I can just make the logo. I just making the logo on the sign bigger to just like take up that space.
We still need the final word though.
Yeah. Right. Because that's basically why I'm waiting for that, and then I can do all that.
If you put like population whatever, that'd be how many people are racing that night.
But then it's like I wouldn't know that until we actually raced.
Yeah, that's true.
So I basically yes, it's, yeah. So I won't save any of that there, but with this main template right here, I basically, it's like for this, I basically need like the final name for it. Then we could put that there. We put that there, and then I can lower the logo on here, because the welcome to is in the spot that it needs to be. I'm just thinking maybe if we can maybe change the font for the welcome to.
Yeah, you can use that blue highway font. Post it in the Discord.
Yeah.
That might work.
I'll see how that looks on there.
Yeah, we need to come up with a name soon. We don't have much time. A little over a week.
Okay. Yeah. It's progress. I think we're good.
Yep.
Some pretty good progress there. For those watching, these are the results for the races we did an hour ago. The races we got finished with an hour ago. Okay. So I'll check that at some point here.
Always in the middle. Even on the sample.
But yeah, like that results screen thing. Let's see if it'll actually pop up on here. And I'm not even gonna worry about it. So when I kind of tested it with the background I used for the Mario Kart 8 one, it clashed with the like the little like the placement things, because since it's like a transparent, like the opacity, like since it's like it's gray but transparent, on a darker screen, those are practically like gone. It's like you could barely see them on like a darker background.
Yeah, so I guess that dark mode, darker than that background won't work.
I think like all I could possibly do is like redo them, but like have them white, like transparent white.
Yeah.
I would invert the colors, but they look weird. So.
We don't like know anything about the online, basically.
Yeah.
We don't even know even there is like a ranking for the tourney. Or even a tourney in general.
Yeah.
I hope what they showed in the direct isn't how you get online to play with friends. Hopefully you can create a room or something. Just
I mean,
get
I'm
online,
pretty-
your friends will show up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how it happens. It's like they won't just have you like jump online and like random people are gonna be on there. Like you probably join like your own thing and then invite people. Because I'm sure that was shown on like one of the like treehouse things. It's like people joined in like the world, and then like they like they started up a like I think it was either a versus or a knockout or whatever. I'm pretty sure that'll be easy to set up.
If we do like to use game chat, we have to have one person that always invites everyone. We're not gonna use Discord. People don't have to keep asking for an invite.
So it's like, and that's like something. That's something that I'll have to like test.
Yeah.
That's something I have to test too, because I'm still gonna have to use like my microphone here, but yeah, I'm still gonna have to use the microphone.
I wonder if they let you plug in a headset.
I mean, yeah, you should be able to. Cause I'm gonna use the Pro controller. It's like the main thing. It's like the main thing is basically capturing the game chats. Basically capturing like the audio basically.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know if you have a headset connected, if the volume would still be going through HDMI.
It should be because it.
It's like what I mean is let's say I had the TV's volume on, which is like I don't when we race. It's like I have the TV's volume on. I plug the headset into the like either the Switch itself or the controller.
The controller.
Would
Yeah,
it-
I forgot the controller.
It's like would the sound still come out of the system? Because like normally
Yeah.
it
Unless they do it on
doesn't.
other. That's like Xbox and PlayStation do it.
Because like I have a solution for that. It's just I have to. It's like that's basically something I have to test before actually getting the Switch 2. Because it's like there was this one problem that I've had with my computer since I got it. The back audio ports on it don't work, and it's like I did something. I think I did something a year. It's like it was either a year, like almost a year ago. Like I had to go into my device settings, and I had to go in my device settings and uninstall a sound driver, and then I had to do that, restart the computer, which would install like the base driver, the base sound driver, and then those ports worked. But I don't know, because I'm pretty sure the sound driver has updated to like current settings since then. So I don't think those ports work right now or like are activated right now. So I'd probably have to do that again. Because it was.
I think
it
it
was
would just work.
Go ahead.
I think it would just work like how like Xbox or like PlayStation does when you plug in a headset.
Yeah, because I got the Chat Link Pro from Elgato. I had the regular chat link, but that doesn't work on the Switch, and I tried it, and bad results. I basically had to use that with my Star Fox Zero playthrough because
Oh
of
yeah.
because of the like the sound for like the communications going through the gamepad.
Because
like, it doesn't-
with that. Trying to stream it.
I mean, it was pretty simple because I still have I still do have it, but I have my external capture card, which like has like an audio port for it, so it's like it was actually easy to be able to do that. It's like I
You had
did
a
like the.
mixer.
Yeah, I'm not
That
gonna
was
worry
one of the
about.
problems. Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about getting the mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like if I can just get those ports working back there, it should be pretty easy setup. There'll just be a lot of
You can always
cords.
use the built-in microphone.
That is true. That is true. Then I wouldn't have to actually do all that.
Yeah. Especially since you got two people playing on one system. I mean, can you even play with two people on one system in Mario Kart World?
Yeah,
Online?
pretty sure.
They didn't mention it.
I mean, they didn't mention it, but I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't take that functionality out. No, yeah, you can, because I remember them go over the online, like the online part like in the main menu, and it had 2 players.
Okay.
Pretty sure, unless I
Yeah.
saw it wrong. I'm pretty sure you can.
Let's see. Okay, blue.
It's like, yeah, it's like thinking about that. Oh, no, that wouldn't be a problem. Because like I was thinking, it's like use the built-in microphone, but then it's
Yeah,
like
since you got 2 people.
yeah, but it's like I was also thinking, because like I listen to the game through OBS anyway, so that wouldn't be a problem. So it's like I would be able to hear y'all anyway. It's just I would probably have to like go through like audio settings for each individual person so I hear y'all over the game.
I don't know if you can set people to volume on the game chat.
I'll have to look into that.
So they don't have that. That kind of sucks.
But it's like, I don't know. Cause like I did want to bring this up like while we were racing, cause like it's just like a problem that I've been seeing people like talk about. Well, it's like a non-issue really. It's like it basically all has to do with game chat. It's like I saw a poll on the GameFAQs Switch 2 board. It's like, are you going to use game chat? No was winning, which is weird to be. And like people were saying like, no, it's like I don't play with like friends online. I just play by myself, stuff like that, or whatever.
Wow,
It just-
that's really
just-
sad.
It's like it reminds me of that SpongeBob meme of like the kid wanting ice cream. It's like he wants something, then he gets it, but he's like, I don't want this. But then why did you ask for it?
I know, right?
It's like, I don't want game chat. Then why did you ask for it? It's like, I don't think it's the same people that have been asking for it that is like complaining that it's there. And like saying that they're not going to use it anyway. I don't think it's the same people, but it's weird that the vocal minority is like we're seeing the vocal minority more than like the majority that are for game chat.
Yeah,
It's like,
vocal minority
Nintendo-
is always the loudest.
It was just like weird to me. And then like on another note, with how much of the resources that it uses on the Switch 2, it's like people complaining about that because it's like we could be using all of this for like games and stuff like that. It's like we can't. It's like he's gonna use those resources regardless, and it's like just thinking about it. If they put, it's like if they put that much, if they put those resources in specifically for game chat, if they didn't have game chat, they wouldn't have those resources to use.
Yeah.
But then like you have people saying that's like as a developer I would be mad at that. And it's like you don't have to use game chat, but you don't have to say that like game chat's useless. Because like people have been screaming from the rooftops that they wanted party chat on a Nintendo system since the Wii, basically. It's like you're finally getting it and now y'all don't want it? It's like this is why Nintendo doesn't listen to y'all. It's like with Twilight Princess. It's like Twilight Princess is the embodiment of why should Nintendo listen to y'all? I think there might have been something else with the game chat as well, but I think it was those main things right there.
People are so worried it's gonna make your game run worse.
Yeah, Yeah, because it's like they're looking at the footage and it's like, why is everybody else's screen running in the slideshow? It's like, why do their screens have to run at 60 frames per second?
You're screen sharing, that's why.
It's like you wanted to use more resources to the point where like viewing their game is going to lag your game, which would lag theirs.
Like PlayStation and Xbox don't even have that, I don't think. It would chug too, like that.
Yeah. You basically need like a lot of resources from like your ISP and stuff like that for like game sharing and stuff like that. That's like the only reason. Because the only reason you're going to be like looking at somebody else's game is like if they're just showing you something real quick.
Yeah.
Or it's like if you just want to like watch their screen going at 15 frames per second. Like, sure.
All the videos they showed off, they had everyone with their screen on. And they're all like playing like different games or the same game.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you need to see everybody's screen? It makes your screen smaller when you do that.
It's like it probably depends on the game. It's like if it's something from like the NSO apps and stuff like that, like probably NES, SNES, Game Boy, stuff like that. It's like it's fine if it's smaller. But it's like
I
if you
wonder
just
if
like
some games will
wanna...
like disable screen sharing. Clubhouse games.
That might be interesting to see down the line.
Yeah.
Like some games that they disabled, I guess video capture. Yeah, just to free up some RAM.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely makes sense for some games. Like Uno.
Yeah.
It's like I want to see all y'all's hands.
That would be
Oh,
a
show my
nightmare.
hand. Ridiculous. Like earlier, I was looking for like my smaller screwdrivers because I still have my Switch Pro controller. It was experiencing some drift, so I like stopped using it. So I just opened it up earlier. It was like earlier yesterday, since it's Friday now. I just like opened it up and like I just opened it all the way up and it's still slippery at WD-40. So I had gotten the WD-40 because I thought that was the compressed air. So I was gonna like spray it with compressed air, basically the joysticks like under them or whatever. As I spray, it's like I'm looking at the bottle, I see WD-40 on it. I spray it, and it's like this is not what I wanted to use. So it's like I sprayed under it anyway. Sprayed under like both joysticks, and then tried to clean up as much as I could before like closing it up, only to forget like 2 screws that I forgot to screw back in somewhere. So I had to unscrew everything and then find where those 2 screws went, and then put those in, and then put all the other ones in. And then like at some points, it's like I would feel the WD-40 on the controller because I guess it was like seeping out.
Oh no.
Of
So I
course.
had to, like wipe down the controller again.
Yeah.
I was just like, I wish he still had those wet wipes. Because I thought we had some of those, but we didn't. So
Greasy controllers are the worst.
I just had to wet a paper towel and just wipe the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of gunk in there. I don't think I got all of it. Right. It's not dirty. It's it's currently working. So I hadn't used this controller in quite a while. But it's like I turned it on after like plugging it up to charge, and it woke up my Switch, and I completely forgot that I synced the controller to my OLED back when I got it, so it's weird. It got all quiet and it's playing the Pino Plaza song where like it never the beat never drops.
Well, I'm currently playing Tetris in my thing right now, for whatever reason. Tetris Game Boy, for those wondering.
Yeah, those Game Boy games did come out. I guess I can look at those.
I really hope they add Pokemon Pinball and Blue Block Ball. If we're not gonna get the mainline Pokemon games, at least give us Pokemon Pinball. I mean, we already got the card game.
And Stadium.
Pokemon Pin. Yeah.
Yeah, basically any spin-off games. Any spin-off games is like I expect from Pokemon.
Yeah.
And we'll
Like, main
eventually...
games.
I mean, we'll eventually get Coliseum and XD sometime soon.
Yeah. They're gonna add Pokemon Pinball. They should add both Pokemon Pinball games.
Yeah, because I remember playing the original one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop torturing my audience. Or like
Yeah,
whatever's left of
I
my
didn't play
audience.
the GBA one. Then they can add
Because-
Rumble. Be cool.
I'll probably have to look at that later. Like what the games were. I think like I don't think I've played any of those games. I don't know
That's
if
like a
any of those
Gradius
games.
game. And like some RPG, I think. I don't know. I think something else.
Yeah, because I remember playing
The Kirby spin-off, if I
Crystallis.
remember. Black Ball?
That's Kirby Star Stacker added.
Because I remember
They
playing
already
like
added the Super Famicom version of that. I didn't realize they had a version of that in Japan only on Super Famicom.
So I remember playing an RPG on the NES NSO called Crystallis.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I never finished it. Cause I was playing it like on my Saturday streams, like before Smash. It's like I think I got a good length in. And like I would have I think maybe it's like it was mainly one guy, but it's like I think I'd have maybe one or two people pop on because I guess they had played the game and like they were just watching me play it or whatever. I think I was stuck at that point. I was either stuck or like I got to a certain point, then they said like they would come by again the next time I play it, and I never played it since. I was like, I've wanted to go back to it,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, an NES RPG where it's hard to like actually navigate. It's like if there's like a specific place. It's like if there's a specific set of like things you have to do, like yes, specific set of things that you have to do to get somewhere. It's like I'm not gonna know what that is. I'm not gonna know where to go to actually start that sequence, and I'm going to be lost. So I'd have to look that up, and
Yeah.
and it's like that happened at some point. And now it's like if I go back to it, I'm not gonna have a clue on what I did or what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm supposed to be going.
I
This is
think-
taking a while to
I
download.
think that happened with me for Final Fantasy VI when I played it for the Wii.
That was a good game.
Word along here.
Final Fantasy VI is a really good game.
I was saying like of the original like Final Fantasies. It's like I haven't played the first two.
Don't
If I
bother
play
with the
through
second.
six.
Don't bother with the second. If you ever played the Saga games, just play those instead.
I only played like the first one for like 2 seconds. Not really played it. I think you got the first one on NES Classic, I think.
Okay, so if
The
you
little console.
Yeah,
if you
the
want to
first or second one.
if you want to play Final Fantasy, at least the original, I can recommend a ROM hack called Final Fantasy Renaissance. It has a good amount of the job systems from 3 and 5 and integrate them into Final Fantasy, even the time magic stuff. And the time magic stuff in Final Fantasy VII is broken beyond belief.
Question. You've played the original Final Fantasy VII?
I have.
here.
Would you recommend it? Because I feel like I want to play through that at some point. Even though like the remake's coming to the Switch too. It's like my brother's
Here's the thing. The remake stuff, all of that is a different experience from the original Final Fantasy VII. So I recommend playing the original and the remake because there's a lot. It twists some stuff from the original Final Fantasy where it's not a one-to-one remake. There's an interesting amount of stuff that is totally different in the re-series. I could explain it all, but there's not only is there new gameplay, but there's new stuff to do in the remakes that the original didn't have. But if you want to play like the ATB system and the timing of the classic, then I also recommend the original. The original's even on Nintendo Switch, and it also has quality of life stuff. Like if you want to get to level 99 earlier, there's an option for that. Feel like the battle system's too slow, there's an option for that. There's definitely more quality of life stuff in the original game for modern conveniences and modern consoles, if I remember. Because I haven't played the original. Here's the thing, Final Fantasy VII original was one that I played on the original PlayStation when I was growing up, but only got to like, and here's a sad factor, I only played up to, I think, around where Aerith appeared in front of Cloud, or at least when they first met, and that's all the memory that I had. So when it came onto the Switch, I finally played through all of it. And it was definitely an interesting experience after, I think, 20-ish or so years, but I finally defeated it, and I understood why this game was important and why it was a cultural touchstones so many years ago. It isn't perfect. There's a lot of grammatical errors and all of that. Well, at least not a lot of grammatical errors, but there's some odd phrasing choices, I think. But there has been some debate on character choices here and there as well, but that the remakes make a bit better on character choices here and there and motivation. But I still do mend both the original and for its gameplay, because the remakes go for a more action-oriented style rather than turn-based. So, yeah.
I did put Donkey Kong on here.
94, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that game.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep. Yep, and I can see the same for Final Fantasy VII as well, having played it on the PC. So yeah, I'll say play the original and then play remake when it eventually comes on Switch too, and that way you can see like the differences and stuff. But if you just want to go through remake, yeah, that's perfectly fine too, since you're viewing the game from that particular cloud standpoint and stuff like that. Yeah.
As for Crisis Core, that's a different also another different experience, different battles. Actually, there's also so much to discuss about that game as well, and how I don't know people. It's like part of the original Final Fantasy, and not so much of the remake series. In a sense, it's weird where that fits in time lies. Actually, there's a lot of debate on the actual remake as well, if it is even a remake at all, or at least the series.
I need to put the Wario Land games on here.
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at
You already
Wario Land
put-
3.
Yeah. I already put 4. 4 is the best one.
I'd have to play through it again.
I got it for free on 3DS. It's one of the best games.
Because, like, I think, like, one of the main things I hated about 4 was, like, basically having, like, the run back to, like, the beginning. Like, the hurry-up system that, like, all these, like, Wario-like games have adopted.
Yeah.
Wait, hurry up system? Wait a minute, that sounds awfully familiar to a certain pizza game.
Yeah. I like
Well, you know, like,
how weird that game is.
Well, you know, like, how in Anton Blast, it's happy hour.
In Pizza Tower, it's pizza time.
Anton Blast is a good game. Yeah, I'm currently uploading my playthrough of it on the YouTube.
I've been playing a lot of retro games recently. Like, no new games.
You know,
Part
I
of
continue to
collection.
play retro.
Part of collections, mostly.
Final Fantasy Adventure, basically the first Seiken Densetsu game. That's on the Collection of Mana, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
By the way, by the way, Trails of Mana is one of the best games I've ever played. Period. I think
the
it
original or
is
the remake?
the original for me when I got it was also on the Collection of Mana thing, and I'm like saying to myself, I didn't get much into I know this is blasphemy, but I think Secret of Mana is just okay as it is, but Trials of Mana, I don't know what it was, but it gripped me more than Secret of Mana ever did. Like, you get a selection to get a party of 3 out of 6 possible main characters, all with their own stories and all of that are integral to the main story, and how they are integrated is interesting, and the bosses as well change due to the characters taken as well.
Yeah, because some of the characters' stories are like intertwined, So like it's like they basically have characters in them, like enemies in them, that are connected to like another character,
Right, and that's what
like, from like somebody else's.
Right, and that's what I really like about Trials of Mana, is that no one playthrough is the same. It's replayable to an nth degree based on character choices and who you choose.
Yeah, because me and my brother have to get back to it, because that was a playthrough that I was recording, like no commentary or whatever, just like us playing through it, because like one of the last times that we played it was back on the emulator ROM days.
It's actually really good how they, like, I'm not sure if it's like a one-to-one thing, but they actually really did the translation well for the game. Although there is one thing that I really hate about the game.
What, Charlotte?
Actually, I found her okay. She's a whiny brat, but you need those in a game. Plus, she's
Wiles of Mana.
Plus, she's her healing magic is no joke really good. But
I forgot there was something wrong with this.
But the main problem of Trials of Mana is its class system, or basically the third tier, and how you have to accomplish getting the third tier. Thank gosh for safe states on emulation to breeze through that part, because it would have been a nightmare to have done it normally. You have to get a specific item or so, and even then it's randomized for the class that you want to get.
Okay. I just like went on the eShop, just wishlisted Trials of Mana, or Twiles of Mana, just to see like whenever it goes on sale.
I haven't played the remake, so I've heard really horrible things about the Secret of Mana remake, so I've been a little bit hesitant to play.
That was terrible.
Yeah. So I've been hesitant to play the remake of Trials of Mana, even if it's good.
It kind of sucks because like when the Secret of Mana remake was coming out, like people wanted it on the, I think it's like, was it on the Wii U? I mean, like, was it like during that time, or like was the Switch already out?
I think the Switch was
It was
already
like
out.
They wanted. Well, it's like they wanted it on the Switch, but then it came out and it ended up being terrible, and it's like that changed quickly.
Yeah.
But then they made amends by giving us the Collection of Mana and a remake of Trials of Mana.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that helped with Trials of Mana, though, because of the stigma of that remake.
I mean, I think it ended up being better. It's like I don't think people like really like trashed the game.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only thing like they really trashed was that it wasn't multiplayer, and then the voice acting, the English voice acting, because of Charlotte.
Oh, I haven't heard much about that, to be fair.
Twiles of Mana. You need to look up like a compilation of like Wiles of Mana from Vinny Vine Sauce.
Oh
Like,
boy.
It's like whenever he booted up the game and Charlotte says the title.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
It's hilarious.
I can find it.
Oh, okay, so I'm just going to say this: if none of you have ever
I
played,
think I found it.
if none of you have ever played this other SNES RPG that wasn't recently localized until the Switch came out, I happily recommend Live a Live. I was thinking to myself, oh, Live a Live, what is this game about? Is it going to be like some kind of slice of life time trial thing? Wrong. I underestimated how good and varied it is. It's basically each time frame or whatever has their own RPG mechanics that work in a different kind of scenario, and the setting also complements the exploration gameplay in a sense. Not the battle style, but how you complete the game itself. Like, there's a futuristic setting where there's all of the... It's basically like Alien, but even weirder than that. Whereas the main character you control is a robot. Then there's a wild setting scenario where you're an outlaw or whatever that's saving this village from all these bandits or whatever. And none of these things seem like they culminate in a grand scenario at the end, but they all really matter by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did watch Vine Sauce's playthrough of it.
By the way, the boss theme, Megalomania, or was it Vania? I forgot which of the two it was. But the boss theme is hype as heck. Also for the remake for one of the main themes or whatever, they got the singer for the original Japanese songs for Dragon Ball to do the theme song for one of the characters. Both Japanese and English versions are there. I'm like, wait a minute, I know this guy from the opening that did the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games. I'm like, I had to check it up to make sure, and it was. I'm like, yes, this game is so hype because of that. But because the game as a package was really good, I think it's currently still in my top 10 games of all time, no jokes. I wasn't expecting much out of it originally, but I was proven wrong.
Yeah.
And the same thing...
I liked from what I played in the demo.
And the same thing goes for the Super Mario RPG remake.
Oh yeah, it's perfection. Absolute cinema.
I just wonder why they use the Japanese box art.
Still a great game.
Yeah.
Which I've
Box
also
art's so
uploaded on my
plain.
YouTube channel. I had to slide that in there.
Shameless plug.
I mean, I'm plugging my own stuff here.
Super Mario RPG is a great game, but I still love Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door above it. I don't know, timeless classic for me when I grew up with it.
Yeah, so I don't think party mode's actually in Mario Kart World unless it's under the friend option, friend menu.
I mean, they can
It
always
was on the
add
main
it.
menu. Yeah, it was on the main menu in Mario Kart 8, like right under friends.
So I'm trying to think.
Really stuff to be tricky at.
What? It's like, was that a thing? Was that a thing in Mario Kart 8? Like the original? The tournament.
Ernie?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it
Or
was.
did they-
That was like a big thing.
Or did they add it?
I think they
It's
added
in the
it.
Mario Kart 8 Direct. No, it's in the Mario Kart 8 Direct.
Sworn it was.
Hey, Sig. Paper Mario is amazing. Probably not Sticker Star, but Paper Mario is amazing. Trials of Mana.
I really need
What?
what. One of these days, I do have to play and beat the original game, though. I don't know why I haven't yet. Now that it's on the eShop, you know what I mean. Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, Paper Mario?
Yeah, the original's on Nintendo Switch Online, if I remember.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, some of these were never getting Mario RPG. So we should buy the new one.
It's like now, it's like when I say Sticker Star was not amazing, it's like I played through it. I played through it objectively because I thought everybody was a hater when they complained about that game. I now understand. I understand why they hated it.
It had cool 3D though.
Yeah.
That's like the only good thing about it.
You're not gonna like me when I say this, but at the time I really loved it because it had battle mechanics, and guess what? The thing that Super Paper Mario didn't have: partners and battle mechanics that reminded me of two other games that had it before. Even though I heard the story was way better in comparison, but
You mean the Super?
yeah, pretty much. I just resented Super Paper Mario of being a Paper Mario game because of what it wasn't for me, what I wanted it to be.
Yeah, because I kind of want to play through that again. Because it was interesting. But yeah, if you want to play a better Sticker Star, play Color Splash.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
What about the other current game? Not Color Splash, but what was it?
Origami King?
Origami.
Yeah, how is that?
I have not played it. My backlog is
People liked it when it came out.
it's like one of those log trucks. That's my backlog. And like the log just falls out like in Final Destination and just like decapitates somebody.
Don't remind me that there's a sixth one already out.
Oh god.
Oh, the Final Destination.
Yep, Bloodlines.
I have not seen any of those movies, and I do not intend to. I am not a horror movie guy.
Same here. Horror video games, on the other hand, I could probably get down with.
It's like, it's like there was this one. Cause let me see, there's one video. that I found. I think it was on Imager. So I'll post it here. You doing all right, Sig? If you're still there. Because like it kind of made fun of the premise of Final Destination, like with how ridiculous like all the deaths and stuff are.
How it should have ended?
What?
No, I'm talking about the show called How It Should Have Ended.
Oh. Okay. You're hanging in there.
Or it's
Okay, so yeah,
or it's commonly referred to as Hishay.
yeah, so that's a video that I was talking about. Yeah, because just thinking about it, it's like I think I've brought it up before. Somebody else has brought it up before. I think my brother's brought it up before. Like during Mario Kart, like there was this anime that was like basically Final Destination in a way, called Another. But like how ridiculous some of the deaths on there are. But yeah, I'm probably going to head on out since it's almost 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, and I'm playing Tertris currently.
Are you streaming it?
Well, I had nothing better to do after playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm going to end it right now. I'm like I got a score out of 170 out of whatever right now. Safe's coming the heck out of it, though. But, by the way, on the conversation on Final Fantasy, if you haven't played the original versions, even like the original version of a certain game, I do recommend the Final Fantasy 1 to 6 pixel remasters, because, let's see here, the original Final Fantasy 3 is reserved, so you can play as the Onion Knights and not Luneth, whatever. It's not because the original version of 3 is intact, as they're all Onion Knights at the beginning, so... And there's also modern conveniences with them, like autosaves here and there. As for Final Fantasy VI, it got the most love to it, and you know the iconic opera scene? They did justice with this pseudo, you know, the Octopath Traveler games and the HD 2D 3D thing or whatever they did. The opera scene actually takes that idea and runs with it with that kind of visual style, and it is wonderful. Not to mention the remixed music ain't all that bad. Even 6's music has been enhanced as well. The opera scene really got a glow up, including actual voice acting for that part. Well, it's an actual
3.8 gigabytes.
It's an actual really good song. And for what?
For Final Fantasy VII.
It's a huge game, I guess. I don't know how to answer.
8 gigabytes?
That's 3.8.
Oh,
And then
makes
9's
sense. Yeah, that
5.
makes sense.
it was one of the biggest games back then. It had four CDs, 3 if I remember. I don't know, but it was a huge game back in the day. It was a huge game back in the day.
Yeah, it was a 3 CD game.
Okay, so wish listed a couple of games. So I know they go on sale, so
Let's see here. If anything, the other Final Fantasy games that I would recommend, not only the Pixel remasters, and 7 would be 9 and 9, 10 slash. Actually, I haven't played 10-2, but if the 10-2 collection ever gets like a sale or whatever, just go for 10 itself. It's a really good game, despite the voice direction, not the voice acting, because the voice acting is not really that bad. They got a really good amount of voice actors for it, like Finn. I think it was either Finn or Jake from Adventure Time and Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. And I
would have said Bender, but go on.
And critically Terra Strong. Let's see here, what else is there? And Final Fantasy 12 as a recommendation. You have to be a fan of MMORPGs, or at least pseudo MMORPG stuff, being in a single player game. I only slightly recommend Final Fantasy 12 if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, because they share the same world in Evil East. But if you haven't played Tactics, then I wouldn't recommend it until you've played Tactics.
It's like, I know I've played one, but I know I didn't finish it. It was like way back.
Can you describe what it was? Or at least the setting or anything?
No, I cannot. I just know it was on the PlayStation.
Then it had to have been 7, 8, 9 or Tactics. Do you remember the gameplay at all?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was Tactics. It was a Tactics game.
Then Final Fantasy Tactics it was.
Yeah, because I watched my brother play through 7 over at like my dad's friend's house. Because like their kids had it, so like he was playing through that. I don't think he ever finished it though.
By the way, guess what Tactics has? At least as secret characters go.
And Cloud?
Yeah, Cloud is in Tactics. And in the recent edition, I think it was Bosher Belthier in the Worth Alliance version, but that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
But as for Tactics itself, meh. It has a really strong story, but I could never for the life of me get into the gameplay. Although that was mostly because of that stupid elevation system, or whatever that was.
Alright, I'm gonna head on out.
Alright.
Yeah, alright.
I think I'm going to end my stream. I've been playing not only Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but Tetris on the side right now, and I'm kind of getting bored to it. I just want to play more of the Capcom Fighting Collection, and eventually Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Another on the backlog of Xenoblade games that I need to take care of. Not only the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, but X Definitive Edition and the DLC for the other two Xenoblade games. Well, actually, the DLC expansion stuff for 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 as a whole. I have yet to get my feet into those games as of lately. Gosh darn, there's too many really good RPGs out there. Stop making games, Square and Monolith Soft.
There's not enough time to play these 120-hour RPGs.
Yeah.
Or 60, whatever. Whichever. Alright, y'all have a good night. Good games. And
You
all
too.
Good games. Yep.
So, yeah. I think I'm... Alright. I'm gonna finally... Yeah, I've been streaming for at least over 3 hours now, even though I've been playing like Tetris. No, it's just been one of those days where I just play random game. Oops. Whoops. 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 Darn it, come on. Darn it. My depth perception is stupid. Darn it. Okay. Okay. I've gotten to 180 right now. 181. So I haven't played in like whatever. Maybe I should play Tetris Forever again. It's been a while since I played that game. I don't think I've ever gotten to that far. I think I'm just gonna finally end it around here. So yeah. This has been Try Races. I've been your host. And these two over here have been my two co-hosts that I forgot to mention. Kirby and Sterlex. Say goodbye, Kirby and Sterlex. Bye-o. And for those watching... Oh, thank you for the follow, Angel Petite723. And for those watching, you can subscribe or follow me on my Patreon, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, or Discord all under Try Races. I've been your host, and let's see. I'm gonna check on something first. It will probably say that it's another viewer on my subscriber thing, but then again, that is totally not accurate. Anyways. Let's see. Anyways, I'm just going to let someone else be the center of attention right now. Now, let's see here. Let's see here. Manager. Okay, who am I gonna read now? Because it's been a long time since I need to get stuff done, and unfortunately I am done for today just playing Tetris over and over again. Let's see here. Custom Robo? Heck yeah! That is if they're still playing Shizu. Custom Robo. Darn it, they are not playing Custom Robo. Currently. Somebody's playing Super Mario World, huh? Okay. Alright. I hope that you've all had a great day so far. And if not, I hope the rest of your day is better or tomorrow is better for you. See you later and take care. Bye-bye. I know to win the stream.